Hello, Yoi. Hello, Mimoski. Oh, my tum-tum hurts today. Hello, Selton. Wrong audio output. This is kind of beautiful, to be honest. I think today is finally the day we move on to the second area. Nice sour OG. I wish I got paid to watch a K stream. I kind of want lava coming down that thing. I think it would look very cool if you had a combiner with like lava veins at the top. It's kind of weird how one side of these is like completely black and the other one isn't, right? Something about this feels wrong. That's way better. Anyway, the lightout is supposed to look neat too, but there's a Frost64 bug that makes it so I can't make it look neat. I know, it sucks. I think Write All might fix it, but I really don't want to check because of other issues. I want focusing Overworld before it appeared that you're streaming. Okay. Hello, JM. Let's see what we can do for the volcano. We also need something, well, actually we had someone point out that these mountains don't look very good. And I think that's fair enough. We can maybe try a different texture. Something about this pattern seems wrong, and I think it's because of this texture here. Okay. You're a cool creator. The stuff you do with Landscape is insane. I am glad you like it. Hello, Valze. I wonder if something like this would be better. Let's try it. Wait. Oh, this is a CI16 already. Okay, CI4. Oh, that sucks that I have the CI4 version of it. I wish I had the high-res version of it. I kinda need the high-res version of it. Hello, Liliana. Maybe we can find the high-res version of it and then properly make it grayscale. I think I found the high-res version of it. Ooh, that's nice. Yeah? Do you guys like this a little better than the other one? I think it looks more like a real mountain this way. So I do kind of like it. Hello, dashboard. Thinking maybe this whole thing should be higher, but also I can just do that. And that's kind of practical, that like this is a possibility. Any OST wishes, guys? Guys, we need to listen to something. I need someone to give me a music list. Or we're gonna be sitting here in awkward silence, which by the way is perfectly fine with me. I used to not listen to music at all and just work in silence. Like a fucking psychopath. Diddy Kong Racing? Banger. Oh no, Diddy Kong Racing has the band messes up OST at the end, and I hate it. I hope we don't get that. I learned recently that the Diddy Kong Racing OST was not made by Grant Kirkhope. And ever since knowing that, I'm a little bit of a Grant Kirkhope hater. Most overrated music artist. This is an interesting texture. Let's try that. Yeah, it's crazy. Grant Kirkhope gets all the credits when David Wise like did this song, this whole OST. Dude, how's that even possible? Something like this was my idea. Had a brain fire. I told him he's a god amongst men for his own internet, and he replied with something on the lines of, I'm agnostic, but I'll take the compliment. Dude, are you guys ready for the agnostic rant? Oh my god, I have such a good agnostic rant. Simple sim of current career or any other video game composer. Well, I mean, I already said I'm kind of a grand calculator now, that I know this one wasn't made by him. So if your tracks by someone else and the DS version is utterly broken, it must have fucked up the MIDI playback? Maybe. Would not be too surprising, would it? What do you think of my Volcano idea? Wait, this needs to be text 0. Hello, Fear of Darkness. I am doing well. So this makes it appear where otherwise it would be black. So this, not really what I want. I think this way around makes more sense. This sounds like Mario Kart way to me somehow. I think the idea works, but it's not great. Please tell me the volcano erupts at some point during the game's progression. That would be cool. There should be an event, yeah. I'm gonna note this down. What would happen though? The volcano erupts at X stars. What would happen? How is this gonna turn into a star? The volcano randomly erupting is really cool. And someone creating a path, maybe? Yeah, it looks wrong right now, but I think the idea is good. I will have to be using different textures, but I think the idea for the combiner works very well. Yeah, but let's think about what the volcano would do, because I think that's a very good idea. Do I want to have a column of smoke prior to erupting to denote that it's a volcano? A column would be hard since wind would cause it to bend. Now we can definitely have some stuff come out of there, that's not the issue. I'm thinking more about the gameplay that we would have with this. During a specific part of the map to open a secret stage. Yes. Oh, we're gonna strike the earth, not to invoke Dwarf Fortress. Don't get the references here. But yeah. So there is this area here where you generally like go into the volcano and then beat the rising lava. So the volcano erupting event should definitely come after that. I'm thinking the volcano erupting event happens after you beat this stage and got a star in Grandstand Badland. So this will happen when you're already very familiar with the area. I guess if we had the lava go here, then there would be a whole lava stream going down here. Unless we made it go up like we already did. The consequence of it could be that this whole area here is flooded with lava. Something like this. And maybe that does something. New passage. Well, we don't have really any more secret levels, so I am not 100% sold on that. The volcano could also erupt here and fill this with lava. Maybe there would be a huge rock formation afterwards. Is this gonna be permanent change? Yes. The island goes for permanent change as you're on it. So there could be a whole island here made out of something. We could do something very simple and have there be a bully here. And then it's just a bully boss fight. And you have to send the bully to water. 1 second. Sorry, someone is gonna come by today and drop off some aquarium plants. So I have Facebook open, so you might hear that. I like the idea of tuning in first time you visited. Me too. Bully boss fight is cool. But why does he die when you throw him in water? Maybe he can't swim. Maybe it's something simpler. It doesn't have to be a bully. It could just be someone that lived in a volcano during the stage. Let's try that out. Volcano erupts and lava enters the first area. This creates a big stone platform. A guy on it. The guy on the platform was previously an enemy in the lava rising side level and is now an NPC, maybe something like that. I think it would be very cool if you first had to beat the boss fight in the rising lava level, and then afterwards this boss fight came back in the first area. That would be so cool. Imagine you beat the guy and then the lava erupts and the guy is just there on the island. I don't know if you want him to die to water. Honestly, if he's a boss fight first, I don't want to kill him again. Unless the guy is like a real asshole. How are you taking the idea of practice bringing it what? As far as we want. Yo, thank you for the subscription, Vitark, and thank you for the free £5 to give to Kaze. I appreciate the £5. He's some sort of lava guy, and when he starts on the volcano here and then becomes stone, changing his fight. No, I like the idea of it just being a bully from Mario 64. Just imagine a normal bully boss fight at the end of the rising lava level, which is fine, because the rising lava is already cool as fuck. And the bully, I mean, I think the bully is fine. We could even have a special boss fight where... I don't know. But we can make a special bully boss fight. Now there's a larger place used for nation identification. Cool. And then after you beat him, maybe, you know, he becomes a normal NPC. He's like, man, you beating me really was a wake-up call. Like, God, that looks terrible. I bought the for my birthday, the black version. You can't see the smoke of the room Rambos. Dang, that sucks. I guess black is not the best color for that one. What would this guy do in the overworld once he's chilled out a little bit? Chilling out? Chill bully? Is there a connection here? It could just be a punch drinker for fun. Nah. I told you that I was making a rumek. Cool, you're making a rumek. That's good. These already look a lot better. And this one too. What if in the overworld he became less black and had more like of a blue tone, and he had one of those floaty swimming rings, and he said, I'm done being a bully, I'm being a chill bully now? Nah, that still sounds like bully. Maybe there's a bully who likes that, like a masochist? No, he would be a boss fight and then an NPC. Should have a top hat covering a spike implying that he's good now. That's funny. That's like a similar spike, might be with the wrong idea. I don't get it. Yeah, him wearing something. He could just, you know, have put a cork on his things. I think that's the funny idea. He just has a cork on his horns, and he's wearing a floaty. And he's like, yeah, I'm one of the good guys now. The bully helps you break that rock? He wouldn't be a lifeguard, he'd just be like a tourist on Yoshi's island. You could make a joke about how his floaty ring is not enough for a metal body or something. Both Abdullah. Okay. The bully in it. Let's see, a boss fight. He has corks blocking his horns and is wearing a floaty ring, but he still can't swim because he's made of metal. He says he's chilled out and wants to make an honest living now. I think that works. Hello Bioback, we are just now planning a banger idea. Maybe you have ideas too. So I was working on the volcano. Someone said the volcano should erupt, and I said that's a great idea. And then the idea is you first beat the secret level with the rising volcano, and then on top of that there is a boss fight. I'm thinking just a normal bully boss fight, just the standard Mario 64 bully boss fight. You don't think much about it, kick him in the lava, you get a star. It's fine, I don't think it's too disappointing at the end of a rising lava level. All good. But then at some star count the volcano erupts. And you see a cutscene of like the first level being here, you see the volcano erupt some lava that goes down here. The lava forms a big stone platform here, and on the stone platform there's a bully. And this bully was previously the boss fight in here, but he has corks on top of his horns, and he's wearing a floaty swimming ring. And he says he's chilled out, he's done being a bad guy. And then how does he give you a star? That's what you're thinking right now. Hello Sonic the Hedge God, thank you for the subscription. I didn't read the text, I'm very sorry. Is there a cheap way to make dark colors of texture be affected more than the light does? Sure. I'd have to just multiply this by texture one color. But I don't think that's a good idea. Maybe it is. I like it too. Sorry guys, that's my Facebook Marketplace. Question, would you do a video seeing subs from X or something? Sure, maybe. But a jockey could be made of ice because he's chill bully now. Yeah, I thought that too, but eh. We need some kind of twist on the bully fight, something minor, but vanilla boss fights suck. Yeah, I'm fine with that. No, I'm definitely fine with some boss fight. I definitely want some kind of twist to it. Not too much, just a very slight twist. But yeah. Some compact there is the Go Racing OST. Can really kill him in the lava. No, he would sink in the lava, and then when the volcano erupts, he flies out of it again. Another subscription! I can't read that, I'm sorry. But thank you for the sub. I'm getting these plants. You read my suggestion? Nope. What was it? It might have been so. Or maybe you find him on the rock platform. He's red and hot from falling in the lava, so when you push him into the water, he cools down, making him thank you and become a chill guy. Oh, I see. The volcano eruption doesn't happen until you've beaten the level bioback. I'm thinking there should be a lot of really random triggers like that, where people don't even know why it happened, it just seems like it randomly happens, and like the island feels alive. Wait, the bully has temporary flame shield? Well, it looked terrible in Lost Impact, but that kinda works. You made what's required to fight him in the lava 3 times each time. No. I don't want anything too complicated, guys. Just like for the funny. Decision for the boss fight? Shit, I might have missed that too. Sorry guys, there's so much going on. Oh, him walking in circles, of course. Yeah, I've read that. I don't think that really matters. I think what matters more is that we have the star in the overworld be fun. I think the actual gameplay of the boss fight, not something I even want to think about right now. Just the star in the overworld. Unless we want to think of a boss fight that we can then reference in the overworld, then I'm fine with that. Like if you have a boss fight idea that would make sense as an overworld interaction afterwards. Like maybe he, in the boss fight, shoots some kind of item at you, and then in the overworld he's like, yeah, I'm selling this item to the Yoshis now, you know, using my talents for good. Mirror Cataclark. Mirror Cataclark. Oh, I see. These guys. A wobbly platform would for sure shake up the fight a lot. And then you could be like, oh, my stone platform doesn't wiggle as nice as my old one. Yeah, that makes sense. Not entirely sure how this would work, but it's an idea, yeah. It's bully. No. Plangello. When he's in water, there should be bubbles all around him. Like the water is boiling. I was thinking that he has a floaty, but he still can't go in water because he's too heavy, because he's made out of metal. Are there any other bully boss fights where they maybe do something? He could be just, you know, helping clean up the island. I don't know. You could say that the reason his horns are covered is to not pop his floaty. That could be, I mean, that's a fun explanation. I'm just worrying that his text box is currently too big right now. We don't want him to be a yapper, you know? We don't want him to be a stand-up comedian. We want him to be a part of the world. You can have a giant enemy like baby bosses fighting from in the background and you shoot cannons at him. What? What's that got to do with anything? The bully boss fight with water mark at the S. Let's see that. Mark out the S bully fight. He looks so much better than the Mario 64 one, holy shit. Oh, I see. CML? What does bro do? What if when you defeat him you somehow break a seal out of a volcano causing it to explode, shooting the bully somewhere on the island, and you have to find him then? I think I prefer the explosion as a random event. It also makes more sense that way with him like becoming good, because there's more time that passed. He will have character development. Was the first 3D world bully fight on the Mielza level? Let's see. Where is real 3D world bully? Cool, there's none here. I don't think I'm gonna find it. Did we cutscene with screen check? Of course. Well, we only want to think about the fight if the idea for the fight is going to enhance his overworld appearance right now. That's all I care about. We could just do something stupid like, yeah, we're all good now, I'm gonna have my goons clean up the island, you know? It could be something like that. Just be red hot until you push him into the water when he becomes like explaining why he's angry all the time. That could be it, yeah. Like he's just red hot, he comes here, he sees you, he runs at you, he falls in the water, he cools down. Or maybe he's just red hot and him landing in the water is what makes him good. Props in this game: Bomb Cap, Cloud Cap, Wing Cap, and Ice Cap. My Sunshine Dog thing. Oh, the chain jumps. Yeah, it's kind of like that. But then we just have 2 fights with him, that's lame. Mr. said he wasn't evil, just frustrated from the heat or whatever. Maybe? He wouldn't have a float on the boss fights. No top hat, no, I don't think so. Unless you can somehow make a good argument for a top hat. Yes, the fight being lame is not the point. The point is that it's cool that the world develops and characters appear and it evolves and the world feels alive. That's the goal here. We don't try to make a good boss fight. We try to make a good overworld right now. No, you don't pop shit. He's in the volcano. He doesn't have a floaty. He's in the volcano. He hates you for no reason. Restream has a pivoted horn one upwards, otherwise I'm facing towards the face. Including working already out for the fuck life. I don't really see it, to be honest. Some plans? 1. Want to make a good boss fight while we're at it? Yeah, I'm fine with that. Also, yeah, it is just a minor boss. That is also true. I mean, I'm fine with a good boss fight if it doesn't take too much coding, basically. You chill bully somewhere and they become friends in the water. If we have another idea for a chill bully, maybe. Lovers? I don't know about that. Although it would be funny. You don't just float when you enter his arena. Why does he have a float in the arena? How do you land there? You go up, not down. He's an asshole to you. Why are you buying him stuff? No, I don't like this. I just want him to be cooled down. I just want him to be like, I was bad and now I'm good. I'm coming to your neighborhood. Anyway, I think we can settle on him just coming to the overworld. Can we erase off the bully fight? He tries to make you charge towards him and moves out of the way and you have to figure out how to counter it or something? Maybe. I've read that before, Adriano. That's the plan for today. Finished the shaders in part 1. We are basically done with that, just gotta do the volcano. And then we got sidetracked with the bully idea. No, the bully has to be like begging for forgiveness for his misdeeds. What if the bully, after his escapades, offers demolition services and there's a breakable wall here and you pay him money and he opens it and he's like, I want to make an honest living now, I'm done being a thug, here's my demolition services, I can open walls for you. And you pay him and he opens a wall and then you get a star. Something like that is what I'm thinking. Yes, part 2 is next up. Tiki bar, let's see what that is. Another NPC that breaks a wall. Yes, I think it's lame too. I'm just saying, like, that is kind of how it should be. A tiki bar is fun. This gives him a lot of personality. Could be like, this was always my dream, actually. I didn't want to be... Okay, I have a stupid idea. What if, all along, his dream was to become a singer? And he's like, I'm done being bad. I'm gonna pursue my dreams now, and I'm gonna become a singer. And then there's a singing minigame. Hear me out. The singing minigame would be... Singing minigame would be, you're standing there, and he goes, right? And then you as Mario, you have to press B, A, or Z to go, yeah, wah, Yahoo! At different pitches. And it like makes a song together when you both do it right. Is that a banger idea or what? Rhythm heaven, but rhythm hell. It would be a very simple minigame. You would just have like buttons scroll across the bottom of the screen, and there's like one thing like this, and then as soon as the button is around that, plus minus like 5-6 frames. Yeah. Amazing idea, good. Good. And Stream was always to be a singer. He asks you to duet. He goes erk for the song. Mario goes yahoo, wah, yeah, or other sounds. I'm undecided for the song. When you play this song well enough, he thanks you with a star. For the rhythm in the game that gives you a top hat when you beat it. No! Do you have any idea how annoying a top hat for Mario would be to program? Oh god. There we go. That's another Overworld event star. 8, 14, 21, 30. Huh? 8, 14, 21, 30. How? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, well, that solves that. Making FNF? That's not FNF. That has existed before in other games. Not sure how good an idea it is, but that's not sound like an easy to code minigame. It is pretty easy to code. It's gonna take me like an hour or two at most. What about the cycling end credit scenes showing Mario technology or help the new one? That's already planned, yeah. Anyway, let's get back to making the volcano. Metal Lava Land, this is a bit. Yeah, Metal Lava Band. It kinda works, yeah. The music playing got right in the first ever, the Bully 2 is a good idea. What do you mean by a music player specifically? That's kind of a sick texture. Kinda like it a lot. Gimmicks at the top has cracks with lava visible in it and have the lava glow. That's the idea. That's what I'm working on right now. What did he already furnished? I don't think it will be a tiki bar. It's just going to be him singing. Hello, retro gaming is awesome. Yeah, there is a bar somewhere. Although the bar only exists because, like, I have to put something. Hello, Asku. This is... do it in DDD. Oh, Divine Dino Domain. I see. I'm not sure if I'm a fan of it for this area. I probably need much more contrast here for that to work at all. It might be best to just go with a decal. You know, just say, fuck it, this isn't gonna work. To change the archive section in the red coin area. It sucks.
Thanks for bringing a lot of fun to N64 community.
Yo, thank you for the 100 bits, Angelus. I'm glad you're enjoying my games. Sorry, I missed something. Something about lava, smoke is planned, yes. Yeah, definitely. So I'm thought that's like 140 moving bar platforms and it looks a bit awkward. Oh, okay, yeah. That part, I had a lot of trouble making that part semi-work. So if you think it sucks, you might be right on the money. I think the red has potential, but it's like kind of poopy right now. I'll try that. If you want to just completely change that section biobag, I'm fine with that. I'm not 100% that set on that area. It hasn't been gameplay tested yet, so there is a chance that like it would change anyway. I like the texture too. Sorry. Let's see if I have any good lava textures here. Yeah, honestly, I think you're right that they're basically placed at random. Any triangles to model the level? I'm not 100% sure what you mean by that. Oh, you're parodying someone. Never mind. Should we get it to be darker and on and kind of you could control the glowy lava later. Yeah. I'm not too worried about that one. Okay, this is a fast64 bug. And this is also a fast64 bug. And that is also a fast64 bug. And this is also a fast64 bug. Well, it's hard to tell what it looks in-game. In fast64, the opacity is usually a lot higher than it is in-game. So you might just, you know, be seeing the blender thing and thinking about it in terms of blender instead of in-game. Well, we still need to import this new cap over the falling cap, but I will only do that near the end of the project because we've been reworking Mario so much. Yeah, Bioback, they have been saying that they don't really like the flower entrance here too much. I think it's fine, but, you know, you're definitely free to upgrade it. I think this should have a darker shade at the front. That's actually kind of bothering me now. This looks so boneless chicken wings. Yeah, that's what I've been saying too the whole time, that I'm just throwing out ideas and making decent shaders, and that Bioback will polish it up and make it look better. But chat, you know how chat is. That's way better. Was that the answer to my brush? Yes! Chat us with the hard R like that. True. Rams are goats? What? I guess goats can sometimes be called rams, yeah? But this is a programming stream and game development stream. I would imagine when someone is ram, they do not mean a goat. Well, if you like the idea and you like the shaders I used, then I did my job good. That's fine. If you think it's too noisy, then that's also fine. Like, we don't need to worry about that right now. Would a emission map would well with magma on the volcano if it's possible? I don't know what that is. Now the question is, how do we continue the walls here? We could just use this wall again, paste it on here. Also, I definitely need to separate this decal here. So whenever I don't separate decals, I break them. Hello, John. I want to show you guys something cool. How consistent Return to Yoshi's Island movement feels. I might first try this, but like, there's like 6 frame perfect inputs in the sequence I'm trying to do. Last time I did this, I did first try it. And this is not... okay, never mind, I broke it. I won't be showing it to you, too bad. I can show you a video. Look how cool this feels. I'm currently working on making the zoo gameplay work. The movement is so fun. Sunflowers at the entrance, maybe. I don't really care too much about that right now. I think this part looks awkward and it should change. Is that plain? Yes, it is. Yeah, the sparkles work very well. Okay, now the question is, how long do we continue these mountainous walls? We could just continue them along the outside wall, along here, along here, along here, along here, along here, you know, and then we have them around the entire island. And then here as well, and it's like, you know, doing the entire island in this wall texture. But I think that would be a little lame. So where should this wall texture end? The mission maps make things glow, but requires an extra texture black and white. But honestly, I'm just not good at explaining things. Sounds like that's not a thing on the N64. Would you guys like to see a video of me recreating the coins from Mario Odyssey perfectly on the N64? And then have it run well on the N64? It's got to be one of these. Yeah, it is built into there. Question is maybe if the worlds outside the island should look different. You know, maybe it transitions into a different texture. I kinda don't like the idea of every mountain looking the same. I think this would look better if it was taller like so. Being forced to make every wall look the same would be a little bit of a curse, I think. And the B1 entrance originally used this texture here. This shouldn't feel so complicated. Fine. Should my coast to coast matches? What's the response to it? Oh. Yeah, I see what you mean. I think we could significantly improve the UV map if we just did a little splitsy here. Whatever, not for us right now to worry about. So I could just alpha transition to a different texture in here, and I think that would be fine. Because I think what we should have is another texture that looks similar, or that has a similar shade of color, but looks different. Does it make a sense for a mountain to have like two very different visuals like that? I don't know. To me, it kind of makes sense because one part of the mountain is near the water and the other one is not. Surely that makes a difference, right? Minecraft 2? No. Is also an old. I think it does not need crazy good transitions. It for sure does. This also feels like one of those corners where we should just say quads instead of tries. Gonna make our life so much easier. Yeah, that's what I like to see. So I think it's not gonna work because the tool doesn't like holes in geometry like that. That's what I thought. Someone should tell the developer that that's silly, but I get that it's not so easy to fix like that. Just less saturation. Better more saturation. Maybe? Okay, that looks like the same color to me. And then we would have the texture transition here. Does that make any sense? No, like, I kinda don't think it makes any sense. Maybe I should just make it and see what happens. Maybe it looks completely fine. What the hell? Huh? Chugging away at this, I stopped in a few days and the work completed now compared to then is huge. People always complain in the moment like, oh, this is so slow, and then they come back a few days and they're like, holy shit, we did get so much done. That is funny. Does this look fine? I think maybe not. Like, it's smooth, but the textures don't work well together. The music you're hearing is Diddy Kong Racing. Yeah, the textures don't work well together. No matter how often I look at this. Oh, the music's over. We need a new OST. Let's see what else David Rice made. David Rice Relaxing Music Compilation. He made the ukulele music? Really? I thought he was a good guy. What's up when you transition? You don't see shit when you transition. Something remake is better. I keep saying ukulele is the definition of a mid-game. There's nothing egregiously bad about it, but there's also nothing to enjoy about it. It's like... it feels like someone really, really wanted to make a game, but they had no game they wanted to make. Pretty sure all the rock types would be mostly the same on the island, like this is an island that came from a hot spot in the crust. Checks out. You didn't find it mid, you thought it kinda sucked. I mean, I guess that's the consequence of that. Of it being mid, of it like being nothing to enjoy. But there also really wasn't anything you could complain about, right? That's the thing. Or, well, evidently there was something you could complain about. Feels like a complete waste of time, both for the player and the developers. Yes! That, I mean, yeah, I don't disagree with that. I'm just saying there's like nothing that stands out as bad. See beautiful OST playing? Donkey Kong Country Simian Segway. Mid can be enjoyed, anything below mid can't. So it's below mid. Huh. I see. Rest on downright generally, it would be more interesting. That's true. I think it's fair to say that it is an extremely deeply uninteresting game. This basically just looks like the same rock. This makes all the issues that make the OG game hit. No. You... Okay, we have a very different view of games, I think. The purpose of any art piece really is to make you feel something, right? And you kind of have to take all the elements and turn them in a way where the feeling you want the player to experience becomes real. Yooka-Laylee didn't feel to me like it had any feeling it was going for. It felt like it was taking all the audiovisual language that makes games as a medium and just threw it together aimlessly, like random doodles, almost like AI generated poems, you know, completely pointless, soulless, you could say. Polishing it up is still going to make it that. It might be a very polished piece of feel nothing, but it's still gonna be that. That's my analysis of it. This texture is kind of different, yeah? I kind of like it. Did you rate the Banjo games? To be honest, I haven't beaten the Banjo games. This is a German view of art. What? And the Yooka-Laylee reboot is supposed to fix level design and layout, dialogue, and collectibles. Yeah, that sounds like it's just polishing it up. But you could fake Lonnie and 6 emissions around the thing around the time, and it'll probably early 2000s. You can definitely make things look like they glow, yeah. I think this shader looks fine. And it does look visibly more grungy than the other one. Especially the transition here feels very noisy. But I think then once you come around the corner it should be fine. Maybe? This is so Banjo-Kazooie coded. his own definition of art. Mine is that it's art if it says something so a little bit about the human condition. That doesn't necessarily cover games though. I'm trying to think of an example of something that would commonly be considered art that by your definition wouldn't be art. I'm sure there is an example. Something that doesn't say anything but makes you feel something. I guess a Marvel movie would fit under that. Something that just exists to make you feel the idea of cool, but it doesn't really say anything about the human condition. Which, I guess if you want to exclude Marvel movies from your definition of art, I'm perfectly fine with that, I hate them. Ooh, these textures look significantly worse in-game. So when you make the method after Naruto, would we prefer the OG game to be what we're getting now, but I have lost confidence in the team just yet. Interesting. What's your favorite animal? Hard question, because I really like cats, but I also really like placos. Yeah, these textures look like garbage because they are not detailed enough and they're so up close to view. The second animal, placo. The old banana colonial fort made out of weathered brick base and wooden ramparts complete with a cannon. Something like that exists, kinda. I can show you the area for it, 1 second. So this is supposed to be the area with a bunch of broken castles in the background. I guess you can kind of see them. The idea is that during the events of Mario World 2, all these castles have been destroyed. And this is kind of like the area where all of Bowser's minions hang out. What are frogs? Not a big fan of frogs. It says things using feelings. If I just want to talk about the human condition without feeling, that would be an essay. Yeah? And if you notice, I don't consider games art by classifications. Games have artistic elements, textures, but gameplay itself is not always considered art. It's odd. That's a very stupid view in my opinion. It seems like a view that like you had the idea to exclude games from your definition of art and then you came up with the definition of art afterwards, specifically to exclude games. What if you could pick up cannonballs from a pyramid stack, load the cannon and blast some more? I don't really like that because you can get the bomb cap. It seems to interfere with that element of the game. Oh, I actually have a banger idea for Combiner, just now, fresh off the oven. Let me try that. I call this the Rescale Combined Alpha Combiner. I don't know who Rolgar Ebert is. I'll be honest, I know very little about pop culture or philosophy or something like that. I think it is all stupid. All the ideas I present is just stuff I thought of. Ooh, this gives it like a Choco Mountain vibe. Kinda like it. Berserker's pretty good. He's an old film reviewer. Oh. Dude, I remember there was a YouTube video called something like why philosophy is difficult to bring to the people, and I commented something like it's because it's fucking stupid, and then someone somehow from that comment found my Discord and told me, oh, so you think his philosophy is stupid? I hope you get raped. I was like, this is your champion? Is the guy sending fucking random rape threats to me? Bro is so stupid he became his own strawman. So let's increase the color precision. We can take one of these and increase its color precision. And judging by this, I think it makes sense to go with this one here. When did that happen? Oh, that happened a while ago. Jeez, that's brutal. I mean, obviously I didn't care, because 1, I am a man, 2, I can bench 315 pounds, and 3, that guy was probably 14 years old, so I wasn't very scared. Put a lot of fallen rocks onto the path. If I remember, something like this was even planned for part 2. It was kind of supposed to be like a jungle, blah 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 blah, foresty path type thing. I kinda wanted it to run the other way. Ah, but that looks worse actually. Okay guys, do not lose your shit just yet. So now we have a rescale combiner. We can change primitive color to change the range of the texture. Isn't that cool? So we can do something like this. Actually, we could invert this too. Make shade color the dark one and primitive color the white one. This makes more sense. So now primitive color is this. and we can change shade color, like so, to get more or less detail. So now I want a lot of detail here, and I can reduce the detail up here. And with that, I can also make the transition here less jarring. But like, you saw that? You think my rescale combiner is cool? Sorry, I wasn't paying attention for a bit. Like a narrow point on the side of a mountain, I thought, yeah, kinda. Shit, that is not less true. Why is there a triangle next to the first level entrance? Just black in game. Fast 64 bug. At the state of platonic. The first game set high expectations, but came out super mid. The last game, Impossible Lair, was pretty good. I hated it. I hate 2D platformers. I thought it sucked. Okay, you got really mostly publishing games while they cook on their own. I didn't know they were publishing games. Huh. Okay. I think I disagreed with pretty much everything you said. I don't know if it's gonna come out before GTA 6. Oh yeah, that looks cool. That kind of makes the texel density by screen space pixels like evened out, because becomes less dense at the top. Almost like a level of detail. Yeah, I think it's pretty nice. Hello, Björn Eberhard. Is it just your real name? Screen for some textures. I was thinking for the final game we'll leave it untextured, just so people can appreciate the hard work we've put into, you know, texturing the rest of the game. What if this faded into pure red at the bottom? Björn is such an old name. I was in class with a guy named Björn. Actually, Björn was a pretty common name. No, I don't think Björn is an old name. That's crazy. What? Maybe it's a regional difference. Bro, no one can play the isometric plays in Yooka-Laylee and tell me that that's fine. No, I know at least like 2 or 3 Björns for sure. Or rather, I knew. I do not know them anymore. That looks extremely intense right now, but I bet it's not that intense in game. I don't know if ideas need an expansion or if there just were no worthwhile ideas. Not going to space on map procedure and isolated gravel pathways, but something that gives it more sense of surrounding moving around you, like ground textures. No, we're going with full single color. People should appreciate what they have. That's what people get for not being thankful for the little things, you know? Maybe now they'll learn. I don't know what an SDK is. Can make it solid colors. True, they would still be glazing. Dude, there has been so much more glazing recently. Have you guys noticed? Not just here, I mean like in the entire world. See if it one of our colors, please. Nope. Solid color. Unthankful 4 kilobytes VRAM for you. Yeah, I'm gonna reduce the resolution of the screen to 64 by 32 next time you ask for anything. Standard. Well, I think it means software development kit, but like, what is a software development kit? Is it like a physical thing people send to you? Have you seen the ChatGPT glaze kit? Yes, I did! Dude, we actually had a discussion about this in RomShack. So, in case you guys don't know, you can ask ChatGPT, estimate my IQ, and ChatGPT will never say anything below like 130. He always tells you that you're a genius level, basically. And the theory is that ChatGPT starts glazing people, telling people like, oh, you're so smart, in order to increase user retention, to make people feel good about using it. And this is actually very scary because I think it's working, because people like compliments even from a fucking bot. And I also think that most real interactions are going to unwillingly be replaced with bot interactions, and people are going to be manipulated hard. I think 5 years from now, we'll have whole real-life catastrophes that don't actually exist. People will just believe they exist because the internet tells them about it. And that's going to start so much more stuff. People will not believe anything anymore. You know, I keep saying like I'm 99% sure that the continent of Australia exists. People are going to be like 50% sure about that. 8x8? You drive a hard bargain, dude. I think maybe I can give you an 8x8 floor. That already happens. It's gonna get worse. Could you pull up a video of Shy Guys as Mark Pokemon minigame, Bowser Minion? Wait, why? So you're getting the insane conspiracy validated by ChatGPT? Yeah. Why are we looking at this? Ireland. So Phoenix is in the same studio as the moon landing? It might, dude. I don't get it. The Shy Guy? What about... Okay, the plant man said he was gonna be here in 1 minute. So I might have to go meet the plant man at the door. I hope Zena doesn't lock the plant man out. Because I really want those plants, man. Belt bandolier. Let me Google that. Wait, why? Why is he a Wild West guy? What is the goal right now? I'm so confused. Could this be the mythical cobblestone use case? That honestly looks kind of nice. Also, I mean, he's pretty tropical, but Fed fell on the fort setting. See him when he turned around without the ammo, just ring the bell. Just... Oh, you want him to be in the area with the Bowser minions. Oh. I was gonna have mostly bombs run around here. No like special guys, except for the entrance guy that like won't let you in until you have enough stars. I should save this combine now. Rescale multitext. Hello, Sky of Sword. So like quite the character though, perhaps removing models directly is a way of life because I don't think we did that with the Goombos. I think Biobank just remade them. You might also not be familiar with the fact that we literally have a ghost Shy Guy that plays Shy Guy Sass with you. So he already kind of exists, but like as a dead pirate. Zena talk to someone. Is that my plans? Nope. This looks so much better than this. What the hell? There we go. I guess it's also the scale of the texture. Oh well. When you paint these kind of stuff, isn't this something that could be automated by using metrics like ambient occlusion? Maybe? I'm not sure. But I'm sure it wouldn't be as good as I want it to be. How do you get the contactures? Online. Right, I have to rescale the grass. Almost forgot. Did Davis Weiss make this? That's crazy. There's one or two really dark pixels kind of piss me off in this texture. Okay, my plans are there. Guys, I'll be back in maybe 5-10 minutes. Hello? I am back. I got a huge package of plants. That is just what I wanted. So, 1 second, what did I miss? Why in the geography reason is the valley there? IRL would either be from a river or tectonics. There should probably be grass and not have which a sharp 90-degree connection to the walls. We need the sharp 90-degree connection. Without it, gameplay-wise, it just wouldn't work. Is he taking a shit? No, I was getting plants, guys. So you're backseating, but what about adding sparse tufts of stringy green grass along the wall in order to get rid of the choco mountain for you? Yeah, probably. And don't worry about backseating. Backseating is explicitly encouraged. That is not at all the color I took from there. What the hell? That looks more like it. What the fuck? It's a little better, oh well. Even along the cracks of rocks in the middle of the flooring. Oh, that could look cool, but man, that would be so annoying to deal with for bioback. We can't do that right now. That would be like an end of game thing. Or is it a rocky floor here and grass floor elsewhere? That way I can have more storytelling consistency. No, you're right. I would say the reason is that there's a volcano here. And I think here we can transition it into a more grassy area. So there's a little rocky path and then all grass again. Also, your suggestion was that this path here would be grass, this part. I think that might also work. Although I think it's cool if this is still... Wait, that's a problem that you can do that. We don't want the player doing that. We'll find a solution though, don't worry. I can't fix the lighthouse, it's a bug in the exporting tool. I have to fix first 64. Yeah, the idea is that this is a very volcano area, right? So there can't really be grass here. And then this is still a volcano area. But then over here it becomes friendly again and grass can grow. I think I might have to put this at a higher elevation. Like so. I'm just doing this to import the shaders in case you're wondering what the fuck I'm doing. How? Oh. I think this is too far down. So we'll do this. And this. And this. Use this as an extra curve. Ah! Hide that. Fully transparent. Take the color. Fully green. Give it some dark edges. This one should be a little yellowish to show that we've been fighting the lava. Like that. Windows over the rock have a black bottom. Should they become transparent? Yes, it's an export bug. Can't really do anything about it right now. No, I know exactly what you mean, Alan, and I agree that that's a good idea. Yeah, this is kind of sweet. I kind of like it. Where's close to the volcano, the ground should be obsidian. Let me see what obsidian is. So it'd be black, like that. That would look, like color-wise, it would look good. I don't know. I like the idea that, like, it's been a couple months since the last volcano eruption destroyed this. Also, one thing important for if we want the lava to go down this way is that this part is a little lower than the rest of the volcano. Yeah, that makes the volcano look even more menacing. Yeah, and then I agree with like sheets of grass that go out of the cracks, or not sheets, like individual bushes. Let's try that. Just so we don't forget. You made the button for the cutscene? The cutscene skip button. That looks like Diddy Kong Racing, and it's not centered. No, what I needed, Zayna, is just the inside part. And I think it needs to be a grayscale one. I don't think this quite works for what I'm trying to do. What lies behind obsidian? Many types of obsidian, some are glassy and others are type of rocks embedded in them. Huh. Yeah, I'm not familiar with what you're talking about, to be honest. Yeah, I'm just trying to find a good flat plane image for that right now. I mean, this Mario Odyssey grass is pretty simple and kind of works. Of course, this flower here also kind of works. I think this is way too much grass. Way too much grass. This is kind of what we're looking for. I wish it was just one of these. That one looks fine. Do I not have just a single bush of grass? A single tuft? I think this is basically exactly what you're thinking of. And I like it. Let's take a look at our 2 bushels of grass. Man, there's so much delay, it really makes it difficult to talk to chat. I feel like you guys hear what I say like 2 minutes after. All fixed. Let's see what we got. Ah, yes. This is what I was looking for. That works. That's a good fast forward button. Yeah, I think... Have you guys ever played N64 Wheel of Fortune? It's fucking hilarious. But it's outdated questions from like 1996. And then the characters are 2D sheets and they go, "I'll spin." And they all have like 2 voice lines each. Peak. Well, yes, they don't have vertex colors yet. Fine, I'll vertex color them so you're happy. First, he asked for like a rock path, and now he wants vertex colors. God, this guy's so greedy. What the hell? How's this not affecting them? Oh well, it is what it is. I guess the colors just don't interpolate very well. Oh, now it works. Oh, I see. Alright, anyway, I wanna go do my plans now. So I will see you guys next stream, which I don't know when that is yet. So, bye bye.